Here comes the nasty gram.
Send a priest to save my soul, forget it.
Welcome back to the Nastygram RPG podcast. This is Star Wars Dreamscape, Episode 6, First Contact.
Feeling it too hard is the poison to the heart of a sick
Report to Jedi Master Aliquin from Jedi Knight Kevin Solomar regarding our investigation on Takari Station, date 26494. What began so recently is our assistance to the station's security here and their efforts to solve the series of murders and disappearances continues to evolve and expand. We have pursued multiple approaches that have led to discoveries about the crimes themselves, but also to the real workings of the station, and now to even greater secrets behind it all. We have learned both about a criminal underbelly here, as well as the handful of elite, the Quorum, who control nearly every aspect of life on the station. This isolated place, with apparently unlimited access to power, ironically has that power, literally and metaphorically, concentrated solely in these members of the Quorum. They are cybernetically enhanced pilots that serve as the only way on or off through the hazardous approaches are far more than they appear on the surface, and seem to be the ones directly responsible for the deaths that we were called here to solve. But we still need the answers to who is controlling them. Is it on orders from their corporate leaders, or from a presence that we do not yet fully understand? And if that presence, this ghost, as the locals call it, is indeed not responsible for these crimes, then what is it trying to do? I believe that leaving Takari Station is not so simple a prospect. We seek more answers in the Dreamscape from the data left behind by the most recent victim, the head of Ryloth, Thames Zero.
Welcome back to the Nastygram RPG podcast. This is Jake, and I'm going to be your game master.
This is Josh. I'm playing Jedi Knight Kevin Solomar, founder, president, inventor of the Jump to Conclusions map.
Hey folks, Dan here playing Tridian Adulis, the Jedi apprentice. Looking forward to his adventures on the holodeck.
All right. The video screen above the bar turns on. A Wookiee looks up from his cup. On the screen, a large insectoid alien sits behind a desk. Behind him, we see the honeycomb-like interior of the Hive Resort. Good evening, citizens of Takari Station. My name is Viticus Zida, first chair of the Takari Quorum. As some of you may already know, 2 Jedi arrived at the station early this cycle. Their stated purpose was to aid in the investigation of several missing persons. They are not who they claim to be. What you are about to see may be shocking to some viewers. We see Thames Zero, his body laid out, a lightsaber wound through his chest. Thames Zero and a station pilot who was heroically attempting to protect him were murdered by this alleged Jedi apprentice, Tridian Adulis. We see Kevin Solomar exiting a turbo lift next to an armored figure. His associate appears to have ties to the crime lord Gangru the Astronomical. These 2 rogue Jedi are dangerous. If you see them, alert station security. Do not approach. The transmission ends. The Wookiee, I think I know that guy. And for those of you listening at home, Josh and Dan did not hear what you just heard.
Jake's all sneaky with his shit now.
He's very smug.
He just does it. You know why he does it, Dan?
Why?
So he loves the idea that the audience listens and knows that they're smarter than the players.
Oh, yeah.
At least they already,
I mean,
they
it's sort of
already
it's sort of
do that.
granted. It's sort of,
They already
you know,
do that.
yeah.
They've already got this.
We
case
delved
cracked.
into people yelling at the podcast, telling me what my character should do.
So speaking of people yelling at you guys, you're probably also going to get yelled at for breaking the rules of this.
God damn it!
Antique. I think is this system literally antique? How old do you have to be?
How old does a car have to be?
25 years.
Okay,
it's antique.
this is an antique game system. We should take a picture of this Dungeon
Also,
Master screen. It's
hilarious.
There is at least 2, maybe 3 types of tape holding it
It's
together.
crazy. But you guys are breaking the rules. Been breaking the rules since game 1. Josh, what is the power that we've been using wrong?
Well, we
Creatively, I feel like we've been using it creatively.
You both did it.
I
listened
haven't
back.
used this bitch.
Episode 1. First
Concentration?
investigation. Yep.
I don't believe that. There's no way to check that. No possible way. Concentration. It's basically, this is the force power Luke uses at, the climax of New Hope when he
Can you say climax again?
used the force, Luke. Your targeting computer's off. So it gives you a +4 dice on one action. And it's not that hard to use. Easy if the Jedi is relaxed and at peace. Difficult if the Jedi is filled with aggression, fear, or negative emotions. Very difficult if the Jedi is acting on those negative emotions. The real trick to this is specifically meant to be used in a combat/conflict like initiative-based system. You concentrate on one specific task at hand. If the skill roll is successful, the Jedi may add +4d to any one action that round. The Jedi may do nothing other than using the concentration power and using that one skill for one action.
So not for things like investigating a crime scene or piloting a ship to push another ship out of an airlock.
I feel like that was combat.
But, I mean, the whole trade-off to it is that you cannot dodge, you cannot react, you cannot like that. The risk of using this,
Yep,
like
focus.
that's like in the movie, right? How
Sure.
like if Han hadn't cleared them out, like he would have been a sitting duck there when
Right.
he's using his little.
So are you saying that we should read all the way to the end of the rule set? Is that what we should do?
We maybe in the future, but we're going to start over now from episode 1.
Oh, good.
From the investigation roll.
Got it.
No,
You find yourselves.
but there will be a punishment.
Oh, boy.
Guys, want to roll your character points?
Yep.
See, everyone, you both get a roll
D20, right?
Roll a D3.
D3.
Yeah, roll a D3. Tell me what you get.
I know what's happening here.
Yep, me too. I rolled a 6.
Nice.
I got a 3, so 2.
All right, so I'm going to take 5 character points, 5 game master points.
It's appropriate that Dan gave more because he's abused this more.
I feel like up until this point, I've rolled pretty poorly for character points.
Yeah, well,
That's the only thing you wrote poorly on.
I'm stealing your character points this week.
What are you grubbing around here for?
All right.
My dice. Get out of here.
And that's all the admin I have, so why don't we jump right in? We left off in the Dreamscape at Ryloth Resort, where your first investigation happened. The same room. It has been repaired, put back together, and when last we saw Cavan and Tritium, they had entered this hologram room, loaded up the program on the data case that came off of Thame Zero's ship, and around them formed the lush forest of
Alderaan?
Alderaan, thank you. Birds chirping, animals in the distance, a soft breeze going through the trees, and Thame Zero walked into the clearing. If we're all here, I must be dead, right? Where are we? I mean, I know we're in the Dreamscape, but which Dreamscape?
The first one we ever interacted with in Ryloth.
Well, we better get moving then. We don't have a lot of time. And it's still in here.
Captain Zagar explained that due to the repairs, that this Dreamscape could not be monitored in the same way that the others are able to be. What do you mean by it?
Let's walk and talk, shall we?
Tritian kind of flashes his eyes towards you at how sophisticated this program is as it's making conversation with us.
Quite sure that Mr. Zero passed. Chidian?
He says
He smiles, knowing like you're a medical background.
he says he did. You did, sir. He addresses that to Tridian or to Zero.
I mean, I've been planning on this for a while.
You have been planning your death?
I mean, of course. It's inevitable.
That much is true, but for this particular scenario?
No. I try to update it every time I get a chance, but nothing's perfect. For example, I don't know how I died. My last update was before that, obviously.
Do you want me to tell you?
Sure.
One of the security pilots, the ones that transport people to and from the ship, the androids.
You guys hear a roar in the distance.
Like a creature's roar?
Correct.
Don't like that.
He says, let's keep walking.
Jake, as we're walking, Kevin's going to try to call upon a force power.
Okay.
I read it first.
Cool.
To the end?
Well, no, that's not crazy.
2/3.
Life detection.
Mm-hmm.
This power allows the Jedi to detect live sentient buildings who might otherwise remain hidden. Power is activated. Jedi knows the location of all sentients within 10 meters.
Cool.
The power is kept up. A Jedi may know when sentient approaches within 10 meters of them or vice versa.
No larger than the size of a house cat.
All right. He says, you said one of the pilots.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was afraid that might happen. They worked for us. Well, for me. But I feel like the quorum was kind of... They decided to part ways with me, I suppose. If you haven't figured it out already, the pilots are under the control of the quorum.
Tridian's kind of nodding his head slowly. He says, they killed you aboard your private yacht. So what does that make this? He kind of puts his hand up and kind of gestures towards the hologram. You're interactive. You speak as though you were him.
Well, I mean, we already talked about this, didn't we? What's the difference, really, right? Am I him? Am I a computer simulation? Do you sense the force in me? Am I alive?
I look over towards my master.
I'll let you know in a second.
How'd it go?
So actually, it's a opposed roll.
Ooh.
Each creature makes an opposed control, if they have force control, or perception roll to avoid detection.
If there's no creature there, then does it roll?
No. And only if there is a sentient being.
I'm going to roll dice.
Basically, I mean, I know as a player that this is a computer program, but I think Cavan is sort of expanding his consideration of what a sentient being might look like, with this whole idea that something in the energy fields might be alive and what is...
So what is the opposed roll?
It would be control if they had force powers or perception if they did not.
Okay. And you're going to roll as well?
Yes, I did. Right. I did not roll great. I rolled a 14.
Okay. You do not sense any living creatures within that range, besides Tritium. He says, well, I mean, we can debate the philosophy of it, whether or not I'm real, alive, or whatnot, but we don't have much time. You see, last time you were here, you defeated that thing, but you didn't kill it. You just disabled the system. It's still in here.
Meaning we are vulnerable.
Meaning it's probably on its way. The system has safeguards in place, but they're not perfect.
This is a sentient being that lives in or comes from the energy fields around Takara Station?
He points at you and nods. Says, you put it all together, huh? We call them the Ashani. It means energy in ancient Carillion. The station was originally set up to monitor these creatures, to learn about this energy field and what exactly they were. And then someone figured out they could be used. It wasn't long before the quorum was formed and they were monetized. We used them to power the station. Now, obviously, that could be considered unethical by some, so it's been kept pretty quiet.
Could be classified as either murder or slavery, both illegal in the Republic.
Well,
Do you kill them in your use of them?
oh, they're ripped apart. And they don't like it.
This almost feels like it belongs in a different intellectual property.
Star
It
Trek.
also begins with star.
They don't like it. At first we didn't even think they were sentient. Maybe they weren't, but they seem to be now. They started to learn how to integrate into our computer systems. And that's when the arms race started. They would get better at getting in. We would develop better firewalls, better protections. This went on. This sort of technological war. We think that for a while they didn't even know what we were. They're so different from us. I don't think they even knew we were biological. They didn't understand the difference between us and our computer systems. And when they figured that out, that's when they started to figure out that they weren't limited to just our computer systems. They started getting into organics.
These creatures, if this is the case, and that's how they are able to move and interact, how is it that tourists can ever safely use these dreamscapes? Wouldn't these Ashani be able to infiltrate and either attack or...
Well, like I said, we have defenses, and for the most part, they work. And every once in a while, they'll get better at getting through them, and then we'll develop new ones. It's been going on for years. It's not foolproof, but for the most part, they just want to escape. They want to stop us. I guess look, I was part of the problem as well. I went along with it. I profited off of it. But I also suggested that maybe there was a better way. Maybe we could make contact. Maybe there was a way to communicate. We made some breakthroughs. You hear that noise again. This time it sounds closer. Look.
What is that noise?
It's one of them. It's in here. It's trying to get into the system.
The longer this program is open for or runs, do we become more susceptible to it being hacked?
It's already here. It's just, I'm just trying to keep it off of you. I'm doing as much as I can behind the scenes, trust me. But what else do you want to know? What can I tell you? What?
Who below the level of the quorum knows about this, the full reality of the Ashani?
The pilots, a few advisors to the quorum, but the administration of the administration of Takari Station doesn't know. The security forces don't know. We have our own security.
You said you were making inroads and communicating with them. What was your hope? That they'll forgive you for murdering them?
I don't know. Maybe a way to use their energy without killing them. I don't know.
What methods were you able to find any success with in reaching out and trying to open some kind of communication?
Communicating is hard. It's impossible. Like I said, they're not like us. They don't verbalize. They don't have language the way we do. It's hard to even understand them. We've captured some of them.
Rather than strictly harvesting them.
Yes.
Where do
Look,
you keep them?
if the quorum killed me, it's because they knew that I was going to tell you all of this. They were trying to stop me. They don't want this to get out. The Ashani don't either. They're secretive creatures. They're the ones that attacked you the first time you were in here.
They didn't confuse us with you?
They might not even know that we're separate entities. I don't know. But if I'm dead, it means they're going to be after you next. The quorum is going to be after you. If you're going to stop them, you'll need proof. And the best place to get proof is their laboratory. That's where the specimens are being held.
What level is it on?
It's right in the cortex, in the center of the station. It's the original laboratory that was used when this place was built.
Are there any on the quorum who you feel might be at all receptive or were receptive to your point of view?
He shakes his head.
A lonely path to take.
If you can get to that lab, you can find the specimens that they're holding there. Maybe you can shed a light on this and stop the quorum, at least get the security of the station on your side.
What kind of security measures are at the laboratory?
I'm not sure.
We already know how many of these pilots are on the station, right?
Yeah.
I forgot. Was it 12
I might have it
originally?
here somewhere.
I don't remember.
I feel like it wasn't
It was a
It was a
small-ish
small
number.
number.
12 other pilots, so maybe
Yep.
there was 13 total.
So there's 12 left now.
We
Yep.
keep coming back to that number, don't we? 13. It's a real nasty gram thing.
All of the people who were killed by the quorum, they were all trying to leave the station. We have intelligence everywhere looking for people like that, people trying to leave. Some of them were just people trying to leave for whatever reason. And some of them were controlled by the Ashani. We didn't make a distinction. We just took them all out. The ones that were taken alive will be in that laboratory.
It disappeared. Kevin looks at Tridian and says, "What questions are we not asking?"
How can we leave? How can we spread the word of this situation, this problem, this murder?
I feel the quorum would, well, it might come to that. The risk of killing 2 Jedi investigators, I'm sure they're not morally opposed to the cost of that, but sure they don't want any more eyes. If they were to dispatch us, they would have to do it in a way that they believe they could cover up to a mistake, an accident, or a third party.
In
I don't-
transportation, then. That is where we'd be most vulnerable.
The forest kind of opens up to some rolling green fields. And in the distance, you see a small village. Little, Star Wars huts with like weird antennas on them and stuff.
I wonder if one of these Ashani are here. When they come here, do they wonder about this place that you've created?
The Dreamscapes?
What they reflect? He gestures out around him at the, beautiful, idyllic landscape of Alderaan.
I don't know what they think or if they think, but the thing you have to know, you have to be careful about with the Ashani is, and before you can finish that, behind you in the tree line, a tree, a massive 3-clawed arm pushes over a tree and it falls right towards the three of you.
The voice of C-3PO is ringing in my head.
I know the rancor.
And you see the head of a rancor
Yeah.
push through the trees. And several trees just fall towards you. What are you guys doing?
I am running to... Wait, the trees? I'm not worried about the trees. I'm worried about the monster. Do we know what a rancor is?
Do you have any sort of
Like an alien race?
alien races or anything like that? You know what? I'll give it to Cavan because
he's more worldly.
According to the lore,
I can have alien races.
at this point, well, I guess actually the TV shows fuck this up. But Jabba is supposed to have the only Rancor that is like known to be in captivity.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you've heard about a Rancor because you've heard that a hut has one.
Yeah, so I did. That was my thing, investigating the huts.
I just know that it's terrifying.
Or maybe
I
the
think
show doesn't fuck that up because maybe he gets the rank. Yeah, I don't know.
I want to see how he gets it.
Yeah, I don't know.
All connected. I think Cavan, he's very fascinated just by the concept of the Ashani, and I think this thing's still a little distance away, right?
Pretty close. Yeah.
Okay.
It's maybe 40 feet away, close enough where it's knocking a
40
tree over.
feet?
And
I've never heard of feet.
Oh yeah, sorry. That tree is kind of gonna land on you guys, you know. So.
Oh. Well, he wants to try to connect with this thing. I think he wants to try receptive telepathy.
Ooh. Well, before we get to that, before we get to rolling initiative or anything, what is your reaction to the trees falling?
I am going to hold my ground.
Okay.
I think Cavan kind of inherently tries to like dodge back, get out of range of where they may be falling.
You give me a dodge roll, whatever that is.
Does Zero like blink out?
Not yet.
Okay.
And Dan, Tritium, give me, oh God, what would that be like to remain calm? What do you think? Some sort of...
Maybe a control roll?
Want to just roll your control skill?
Sure.
Yeah.
I like that. I need a wild die. 1 on the wild die. Do you want me to drop the highest or...
Drop the highest.
That's not great. 7.
7. Okay.
18 for control.
All right. So, Cavan, you try to back out of the way, but you misjudge the size of the tree, and you end up just in the sort of branch, like the canopy of it.
Yeah.
Tritium, you hold your ground, and just try to calm yourself. Mm-hmm. And as this tree falls, it does go through both of you as if you are ghosts.
Yep.
You're standing like in the brush of the canopy. You're standing like right in the center of the trunk, like your lower body, like missing into the trunk of the tree. And Zero sort of blinks out and then reappears to the side, like, refreshes essentially. Sure. Yeah. And so there's this tree like around you, but it's weird because everything around you looks real. Like you guys look like the holograms,
sure,
essentially. And this thing roars as it puts a foot up on that downed tree and sort of starts to step towards you. And let's roll initiative.
Okie dokie. Percept.
Guys, Rancors aren't too crazy, don't worry.
Oh my God.
3 1s?
3 1s.
Still better than a Rancor. Wow, that's the one thing they give you against a Rancor.
I roll pretty consistently badly. In this
9.
Game. 5. 3D plus 2. What? There's a 1 on the wild die there too. So.
I also got a 1 on the wild die.
Okay.
And the Rancor has a 1 perception. So I got a 1. I mean,
there's a reason
Luke
Luke was able to run through the legs, right?
Yeah. You always go first against a Rancor, I think. Tridian, you're first. You were calm, you were collected, and what are you doing?
I am going to roll for lightsaber combat.
Okay. Just so you know, this thing is, I mean, like, don't not dodge or anything if that's the only thing you're doing.
Yeah, no, I got that. I'm going to drop it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stay inside the tree.
Okay. I like that.
False hope, but we'll see. And I will initiate, it's a sense roll, which is easy, which I get, and a control. I got a 13, but a 1 on the wild die. to activate lightsaber combat.
So why don't you drop the highest? Can't really think of a complication.
Sure.
So it doesn't activate, or do you fail it?
What's the difficulty? Is it? Let me check the difficulty. And you can go over to Josh, maybe.
This will be nearly an impossible roll, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Just roll sixes.
The more I kind of interact with the force difficulty modifiers, the relationship and proximity, the more I think it really actually is a pretty good system.
Yeah.
Because like for this example, receptive telepathy, very easy if it's a friendly non-resistant target. Obviously this isn't. They would make a perception or control roll to determine the difficulty, so the Rancor. But then it's modified by proximity and relationship. And specifically, one of the relationship modifiers, the highest one, is stranger of another species, plus 30.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Which is cool. It's like, this should be, and it probably will fail, but I'm still going to do it.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
So a 33 is your
33. It's right up my grill, so that's good.
That's so good.
Quote, good.
Super duper good. Okay. Not the magic 6 I wanted. I'm going to use one of my... I'm at a 23 right now. 25. I'm going to use another... These are my 2 little bonus ones. I'm going to burn through these. And a character point. This is so fucking stupid. I rolled 2, 2, 3. There's my 6. Okay. I used
burn it all, huh?
2 character points and my 2 bonus inspiration.
Jesus.
I was at a 31, and then of course my last one I rolled a 6 and a 5, so it's a 42.
So what?
And it won't even do that much. I'm
what
just
does it do?
the idea of contact. I believe what he's saying. I believe our hunches are right, but I want to basically just make contact with this thing's mind
Okay.
and confirm everything that we currently believe. Because basically, all this does is you can read the surface thoughts and emotions of the target. The Jedi, quote unquote, hears what the target is thinking, but cannot probe for deeper information. If you double the difficulty number, so if I got a 66, you can sift through any memory. So I can't do that. So basically, it's just I want to see if I can even like feel this thing's mind and what it would feel like. You know, and if it doesn't, probably won't mean anything now, but I think Cavan already thinks like the only way that we're going to resolve the situation is to have some kind of successful contact. So maybe
Cool.
I can learn something now that we can address in the future.
Much like when you used a similar power to feel, what's her name?
Kira.
Feel what Kira was thinking when she went out the airlock. You get this feeling of trying to escape, trying to get out of here. This thing is trapped on the station. It's trapped in this dreamscape.
Do I feel like anger? Do I feel anything?
You do. You feel more of like a defensive desire to protect itself. And you don't, like he suggested, you're not sure if it can really tell the difference between different biological entities. Like, it doesn't necessarily see you and Cavan as anything different. I mean, you and you, Josh, and Cavan. No, it doesn't see you and like Thame, the hologram, as anything different.
Okay, not great. Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
and then try not to get smashed to pieces.
So the result was that I wasn't going to make the moderate roll, but I used a character point. So I've been able to activate lightsaber combat.
okay. All right. Any
But he stands very quietly and calmly in the center of this giant tree that has been knocked down, looking up past kind of the parameters of the hologram towards the Rancor.
It stepped on that tree, and the tree cracks in half, breaks in half, and then it picks up the whole thing and like not picks it up, but like hits it with its claw and pushes it out of the way, like into this field, like the grass beyond.
Sure.
Trying to hit you with the tree, but of course it just goes through you. And now there's nothing in the way of the two of you, and it takes another step forward. So it's right up in front of you, but it's cleared away. Like the thing, like it kind of probably couldn't see Cavan at all, and Tritium was like mostly hidden inside this tree. So now you're both just kind of in front of it in the open, and it's now like 5 meters away from you.
Well done.
You think it can probably reach you.
Yeah.
Back to the top. So one thing, mechanically, I mean, you guys have the advantage of essentially being able to go through any terrain, and it's clear that this thing cannot do that. It is kind of confined by the program.
I think kind of this moment where Tritian has been very still. The only thing really moving is his lightsaber turning on. Now is like a kind of a rush of action, and he runs towards it, towards like one of its legs, and slashes at it. And I'm gonna. Is that 2 actions to move and attack, or? Basically what I'm asking is, can I save one for a dodge later?
So you want to move up to it and then attack it?
Yep.
Yeah, you can move. I think, is moving an action? Or do you just get your move?
Yeah, I think if like
I think if you double move, it's an action.
In the book, I think, there's something like you can make a certain amount, because I think your base move is like 10, which is 10 meters.
Yeah. So we'll say that, you can like make a regular move and attack it. But if you want to like move more than that, if you want to move more than just up to it, it's going to be an action.
Okay. I move up to it and attack.
And you're going to try to dodge it after that?
Yes.
Okay.
That's like a lot of actions.
2.
Keeping up lightsaber combat is 2 actions.
2, so that's 3.
So dodging would be your 4th.
Keeping up lightsaber combat is 2 actions?
Yes, because it's 2. It's
2,
which you get such a bonus using lightsaber combat to do lightsaber stuff. Well, no, like lightsaber combat gives you like you add control to one thing, sense to the other.
But I only have sense 2 dice, so I already lose it.
Right, and it doesn't help you with like you'd be better off almost parrying with a lightsaber than trying to dodge, I think, mechanically, not to get like down a rabbit hole, because you're at least you have some kind of expanded pool. But yeah, that's where
he takes a defensive position.
You're currently out in the open. I mean, like there's nothing between you and this thing right now.
Are there any other terrain features that I can hide in?
Behind you is open field. You could run. And then behind the Rancor is the forest that you just emerged out of.
All right. I will take 3 actions. I'm going to run to it, attack it, and then run past it.
Okay.
And hopefully end up in a tree.
All right. So you're not using lightsaber combat?
No.
Okay.
He'll try to end up in the tree. So I will make an attack. 10 to
hit.
And lightsaber's 5.
Does lightsaber ignore armor?
I would imagine so. Unless it's specialized armor.
I don't think so.
I can look that up real quick.
It would be energy, not physical, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean, Jake? I think armor is usually breaks it down to physical and energy as separate things.
Got a 6 in the wild die, guys. That's news.
It's not news. It's par for the course.
21. Another 6 in the wild die.
Is this to hit it?
No, damage. Just missed.
You added your control?
No. I didn't do lightsaber combat. 32 damage.
That's pretty good.
Took 2 6s and a 5 on a wild die to get there, though.
32 is stunned.
Well, I'll definitely need lightsaber combat to eventually get it.
You beat it by 1. I rolled really high. I also rolled really high.
Okay.
That's cool.
Uh-huh. Well,
That's cool.
It's stunned. What does that mean? -1 die to it stomping on me? So I think Tridian runs towards it in a very Luke fashion, slashing at its leg as he runs by and heads for the nearest tree.
You slash at its leg, and you're just shocked by the resistance, and almost lose your footing. Actually turn off your lightsaber for a second as it kind of bounces off of this thing, and then fall through like a tree stump.
I think in the going back to honoring our good old concentration skill, I'm going to try to employ it here. Tridian just stands. Cavan just stands in this thing's path, turns on the lightsaber, just kind of waves it, and just focuses and gets ready to. He's just trying to draw this thing to him and dodge away. So he's going to try to use concentration to boost his dodge roll.
Okay, cool.
Kind of like a matador, just standing there waiting for like the bull to come at him.
I like it.
Hopefully it comes at him. And he does yell, Thames, how do we get out of here?
If you, I mean, it can't follow you into the trees. It finds some sort of natural barrier, rock outcropping or something.
Okay. So yeah, I succeeded. I got a 26.
Okay.
Had
On the concentration check?
Yes, which is difficult if the Jedi is filled with aggression, fear, or other negative emotions. I do imagine there is some fear as much as he's trying to control it. So that means when I dodge, I add 4 dice to my dodge roll.
It steps. It kind of starts to look behind it, but doesn't see Cavan. Doesn't see Tridian because he's disappeared into the forest. And then it turns back at Cavan, takes a step forward, and then just tries to eat you.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lot of 6s.
And a 1 on the wild die.
Oh, perfect.
We'll do a complication.
He poops you out. So it's moot.
So -1 die because the second action, I guess, from using
I
concentration.
had
but
minus a die
plus
too.
the 4. So this is pretty good. Had a 32. 31.
So you're dodging.
Yes. So 31 plus a complication.
Okay.
And 31's added to your...
That's my difficulty to hit.
It literally just lowers its head and tries to swallow you whole, and you jump backwards. It steps forward and bites at you again, and you just keep kind of backpedaling. The complication being that you're moving further away from...
Into open terrain.
You're just moving into open terrain. But you do avoid it. You do avoid this thing completely.
Okay. Bold move. See how that works out.
Tridium, good thing the healer isn't taking the attacks, though.
Tridian... The problem now, too, is that he pulls the Rancor further away from the forest, which is where we have our kind of shelter. Tridian will run out from his hiding place and try to protect his master.
Okay.
Tridian, no, we must flee.
He says that as you see him, like, coming up behind the Rancor. 11...
That's a hit.
17, 23,
That's a hit.
24. It just keeps rolling 6s on the wild die. 23 damage with the lightsaber.
Okay. 23. What's that? 8-point difference. That's wounded. Okay. You tell me how you wound this thing.
I think as he runs towards it, he jumps and tries to bury his lightsaber in the back of its kind of like hamstring area and kind of rakes down as he lands back to the ground. And at that point, he realizes now that he's sort of in the mix with it, and he kind of freezes there. And he'll use his one other action
Okay.
to try to get some distance, I think, kind of so that the two of us now are on opposite sides of it, so it'll have to choose.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. So you take a few steps back. You're both sort of equidistant from this thing now in an open field. Because it's wounded, it doesn't act this turn.
Oh, perfect. Because
so it sort of falls. It does like fall to one side and then starts to pick itself back up.
I was going to.
Did you have another action? No.
So I haven't acted yet. This was the new round.
Right.
He attacked.
Yep.
So Cavan was going to try to start to flee. But I think, having seen this thing, realizing, it's a little, maybe slow upstairs, he is going to try to, like, basically roll between the legs, roll under it, roll around it, sort of just trying to, instead of just outspeed, try to maneuver through this thing. So I don't know if you want to call it a dodge or a hide sneak. He's basically trying to move deceptively, fool this thing, and then get past it.
Okay. So technically, because it's not going to act this turn, it's like stunned. But where are you trying to get to? Are you trying to get to that you're next to Tridian?
And then going to the forest.
Okay.
Basically, I'm trying to confuse it, I guess,
Okay.
is my intent.
Sure.
To maybe slow its pursuit, that it maybe, like, spins in the wrong direction, does something just to buy us.
What do you think would be a good roll for that?
I think it's maybe more, mechanically it doesn't matter, they're actually my same roll, but more hide sneak than dodge, because I think I'm trying to...
Sure. You go ahead and do that. It does have tracking. It's still not great, but I'm going to roll that to see if it can just kind of... I mean, it is a little slow, but it's still a predator. Ooh, I rolled really high.
14.
It snaps at you a few times as you're moving past, and you're able to easily avoid it, but you end up focusing so much on not getting eaten as you move past it that it kind of tracks you the whole time.
Okay.
But you are now you're
on the
next
other
to
side.
you're next to Tridian, so the
Okay.
two of you are together. The forest to your back, the Rancor in front of you, and now we're the Rancor gets up. That's its turn, and now we're back at the top of the turn.
Tridian turns to you and looks at you, and he says, "Run."
Run.
We both turn and flee for the forest.
I rolled really low on that soak roll against that lightsaber attack. I got a 6 on the wild die. A 1 on the wild drop. Dropped the highest.
Nice.
It was very low. So the two of you run into the forest. Give me strength, or where's my blank character sheet with all the skills on it? Neither of you probably have like any sort of...
I have stamina.
Yeah, I think stamina is what you roll for running, right?
Yeah.
There's not like an athletics.
There's a climbing/jumping.
You could do that or stamina. But both of you give me one of those rolls. And I'm going to roll for the Rancor.
3 1s, but a 6 on the wild die.
Exact opposite. 3 6s and a 1 on the wild die.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Josh, do you want to drop the highest or take a complication?
Fuck. This is not good. This is... Am I using this to oppose it eating me? Or
No,
or-
this is we're kind of in a chase.
Okay. I'll drop the highest. I'm still going to be I'm at a 15.
All right.
All right, we're both in moderate. I managed 11 with my total.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to half this thing's dice pool because it has to go through the trees. So I'm going to give you guys a one space lead essentially to start this off. and if it ever starts a turn at the same space as you, it'll make an attack. So what were your totals?
15.
11.
15 and 11. I got a 14. So, Tridian, you're falling behind a little bit. Maybe it's this sort of not being able to see where you're going.
Sorry, I got a 12. But still.
You're both just kind of running in a straight line. You lose sight of each other occasionally as you will run through like a tree or something. But you do not lose sight of this creature as it just smashes through the forest behind you. Fake trees are falling all around you. There would be no way to run through here if it was real. And I imagine this would be a hell of a special effects shot.
Right?
So
It just looks like most Marvel movies. Just everything has no like physics. Just like getting tossed around.
So it's pretty close to you, and it seems like Cavan is ahead of you. It's somewhere. But what are you guys doing?
Tridian has a moment of, and I think maybe this is why he starts falling behind. He has like a moment of like spatial panic, meaning he knows how big the hologram room is, and yet he's running. And so he thinks that...
Don't think about it too much.
Yeah, I know. He's worried.
Treads? I don't know.
He's worried all of a sudden about like his parameters, and so maybe he gets a little more cautious, and he's not sprinting as fast, and so starts to fall behind. He is looking for the next kind of viable spot that he could like hide within something. Is I think his what his mindset is.
Give me a hide check.
Sure. If I knew, is there a stealth check?
Yeah.
I'd sneak. Got it. 15.
Okay. And is Cavan still running?
I'm trying to just really quick see what I could do with command. I'm trying to think if there's any way I can like an assist kind of action. What I could do to help Tridian or to entice this thing. I have a lead on it.
Why don't you give me a perception check?
Okay. I'm almost thinking like I run into an open space. Make it seem like it has an easier path to me, even though I'm further away.
Okay.
Perception roll is a 13.
So Cavan, I'm sorry, Tridian fell back out of sight. You think he might have stopped. You're not sure because you're still running, but the Rancor has not slowed at all.
Okay.
So you think that it's after you, and maybe it's lost sight of him. You're not sure. I mean, Josh, you know that he just hid, but it seems to have worked. The Rancor has you have its full attention.
Okay. Then
Dan, if you want to go get a drink or something.
All right, cool.
I do. I kind of run towards an open area, and then,
I give this video game 5 stars.
I do like a jump like through the thickest part of like tree growth. It's just basically trying to put the biggest obstacle I can behind it. So I guess I'll go with a climbing, jumping roll.
Sure.
That's my
We'll do like an opposed, climbing, jumping versus.
very solid. Not Dan level because I can't roll 6s in the wild die, but that's still,
okay, bud. Someday.
That's a 20 on 4 dice.
Okay, I got an 18 on my half dice pool.
Oh my!
Oh no!
You dive through this giant fallen tree. Forest Moon of Endor, like redwood that's on its side. You dive through it. You're sort of clipping it, but half like behind it, and you hear this thing burst through the trees and like you can tell it's looking around for you. But
so I think he's going to look for another one of those, like the biggest tree possible lying on its side.
Okay.
And run towards it like perpendicular, and then stop and dive and like kind of low crawl like parallel, like in it.
Okay.
So, and then watching what the Rancor does. So if it hits this thing and it moves, he basically wants to stay hidden in the trunk of this thing like a little fake tunnel that he tries to kind of stay inside this giant fallen tree.
Okay.
Does that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a dodge or maybe even a con or a hide sneak. The dice pool is actually identical for all three of those, so
Sure.
it doesn't
Then
really
roll
matter.
that dice pool. And I'm going to roll some dice too.
Want to drop a CP. One. Okay. You used a character point. I'm down to 2. But that brings me up to a 25.
Okay. Do you want to describe that? I rolled a 2.
Is it success? Oh, fuck off. Yeah, so I think he sees how this thing just sort of bowled into this giant, massive fallen log and realizes, okay, like, this thing could chase me forever through here. Eventually it's going to get lucky or I'm going to get unlucky. So he finds another one of these fallen trees and he, like, runs into it, dives like he's going to go through it, and then he stops and he kind of drops to all fours, and kind of scurries forward, and he turns around and I picture, like, looking back through this opaque, like, digitized tree at this Rancor charging at him. And as the Rancor slams into it, the tree moves. It gets, like, thrown, and he rolls with it. Like, he stays inside the pixels of the tree, and just the Rancor is, like, spinning around, like, smashing, and he just kind of stays, like, with this log wherever it gets.
So
moved.
by my count, Fireman Josh just stopped, dropped, and rolled.
Nice.
That's how you put out a Rancor.
Awesome. Meanwhile, Tritium, you're
Having a cocktail with Fame Zero.
you poke your head out of this tree, and Fame is there. He goes, I think it might be time for the two of you to exit the game.
Agreed. I wish there was a way to reach it. He sees kind of the back of the Rancor, like, maybe 15, 20 meters away, it searching around for his master.
Get to that lab.
Understood. Is there a way for me to find the door to this holodeck?
He actually it opens the door for you.
I, as the Rancor is kind of dealing, like, searching for him, like, clearing trees aside, he steps out of the Dreamscape into the main laboratory, or into the main hallway, and works his way back up to the control station.
Okay.
And having recalled what I think, who was it? What's the name of the captain's niece?
Kira.
The instructions that Kira left,
Yeah.
he turns the simulation off.
Cool. Right before that happens, Cavan, you masterfully are rolling with this log. It sort of reminds me of the T-Rex attacking the Jeep.
Yeah.
And can you roll sense for me?
I'm trying to, like, whatever. I wish I knew more about the Force skills when I made this character. And I realized, like, I have very little ways to do anything but, like, invest.
It's kind of good though, like, because we're always worried that, much like magic, the Force solves
You can
everything.
do everything, yeah. 18.
18. Okay. The tree gets pushed aside. You're on your back, and you see this Rancor above you. And it looks at you as it lowers its claw towards you. You get the feeling that it has this sense of realization. You sense that it senses that you're an individual. And just before that claw crushes you, the simulation ends.
Kevin he's crouched down, like, on his hands and knees, like, one hand with, like, the lightsaber up, in it, like he was almost about to make a defensive block.
You hear over the microphone in this kind of empty room, Master, Master, are you okay?
He shuts off the lightsaber and stands. Yes. Yes.
You see an open doorway on the far side of the dreamscape.
I felt it. It's mind. This will be difficult.
I agree. But we should follow the advice of Thane. We should go to the laboratory as soon as possible.
Yes, indeed. And Captain Zagar, she didn't come with us. She just hooked us up with...
She gave you her credentials.
Yeah.
That's right. I wonder if these will get us into there.
As you ask that, you see Tridian kind of step into the hallway where that doorway is open to, waiting for you.
In a way, it's even more difficult to communicate with this creature than if it was truly the form of what it took. A rancor, I believe.
If it doesn't verbalize, does it have language?
It goes beyond not verbalizing. When we think of a beast, we can comprehend a beast's intellect in a way, what it perceives, how its instincts drive it. This is different. It is intelligent. It is more advanced, but its perceptions, its outlook, its entire being is foreign to us.
What is it that you sense when you were able to touch its mind?
It views us as a threat. I do not believe it can distinguish us. Not just you and I, but even Zero in that place. We are as strange to it as it is to us. It wants to leave this place, the station, and it views us as threats or obstacles. For good reason, it would seem.
If it wants to leave, then it is contained.
That is the entire purpose of the station and the protocols they've put in place. Some of the things we theorized and the things that Zero, the context he added to that. This is not a space station, a tourist environment. From the view of this creature, this is on one part a prison and another a mine. It is a prison that is mining these creatures' essence.
It is annihilation.
Indeed. Their motivations seem to be solely profit. The science being done here is not science for science sake, but merely science for commerce is the goal. And the advancements that are being made are to make this a better, more profitable station. And the other advancements are all about keeping this thing, staying ahead in the arms race of technology against these creatures, these Ashani, learning and trying to adapt and escape.
What authority does the Jedi Council give us? What can we do?
We were called here to investigate and help solve these crimes. To wit, we now know that the guilty party, or we heavily suspect, is the Quorum. We were called on the authority, or from the authority of the station government and their security forces. Our goal is now to apprehend and to end these crimes.
The two of us?
Josh, Kevin suddenly senses a disturbance in the Force. You feel someone cry out, and then they're silenced.
Really?
Tridian, you see this kind of pallor come over Kevin's face.
He puts a hand on your shoulder, knowing that he has fainted recently.
And someone calms you.
Do I think it might be Zero?
Not sure.
He's with one hand on his master's shoulder, like kind of propping him for a moment. He takes his comm off his belt and speaks into it. Tridian here.
Tridian, hi. You asked me to contact you if there was another power surge matching the same signal as before, and there was just one. I'm sending the coordinates right now.
Thank you.
Something's happened. I believe there's been another murder.
One of those energy weapons has been deployed.
You look at your data pad and you see the location come in.
They are first.
You're feeling well enough?
Yes. Then the cortex.
Very well.
It's not far. You guys, I think you had gotten a transport to get here. So you have like a transport that brings you out of Ryloth and through that like tunnel system that the transports use. And within a few minutes, you make your way to another residential part of the station. You get to the room indicated, and the door is like broken. Like it's like a sliding turbo door thing. It's busted, like half open, trying to open and close.
Trudine looks back at you and he brings his lightsaber to his hand. He doesn't light it.
You look back. Kevin's lightsaber is already in his hand, and he nods the door. He's going to actually try to call on that life detection again to try to sense if there's anyone.
I'm sorry, retroactively, Josh. I mean, I think you already knew this, but you did sense life force from the Rancor.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He's trying to, before we just blindly rush in, try to get a sense if there's anyone alive in there. He'll make that roll. They can contest this with perception.
Or control, right? If they're a Jedi.
Yes.
That's such a asshole thing to say. And Jake, I'm going to roll for magnify senses.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a tough to use in this spot because obviously like you're generally going to be using this on strangers. Like you're not going to detect the presence of your friends, which makes them really hard roll. So pretty much guaranteed to fail. I got a 15. So unless I know them, unless they're acquaintance or better, it's basically an automatic failure.
You don't sense anything inside.
I got a 13, which succeeds. It's an easy roll.
Okay.
So my hearing, vision, and smell are...
It's probably always a better...
So the two of you step past the door that's trying to open and close into this apartment, very similar to Kira's. And the apartment has been trashed. It looks like a battle happened in here. And the first thing that you notice is on the ground is Captain Zaguer.
God damn it.
That's
Her
one we needed.
head has been removed at the neck with some sort of energy weapon.
I start CPR.
You look around, and you see one thing that's very different about this crime scene is that you see cuts in the walls, in the furniture. The whole end of one of the counters has been sheared off. And while you're looking at this, Dan, you hear lots of footsteps in the hallway.
Master, many are coming.
They're coming from both directions.
From all locations. We need
Suddenly,
to flee.
flashlights are shined into the room. This room, where it clearly looks like Captain Zaguer's head was just cut off by the two Jedi holding lightsabers. And the security guards say, "Freeze!" And we'll stop there.
Oh, motherfucker.
Oh, boy. I wouldn't chalk that one up as the episode overall, maybe not a big W. Maybe that's a tie.
Thank you guys for listening to Star Wars Dreamscapes. I'd just like to give a quick shout out to a Wilhelm Scream for our intro music, as always, and Galactic Empire for the Star Wars themes you heard. And a special shout out to Adrian von Ziegler and the song Pluto that you hear at the beginning of each episode. And if you want a little bit more information, there's details in the show notes, and follow us on social media. I promise, unlike my last arc, you're going to get lots of things to help you solve this mystery. Maybe some of you can solve this mystery before Dan and Josh. It probably wouldn't be that hard. So take a look on there and let me know what you think. You can also check out our Patreon. If you're listening to this after Halloween, then that means it's live. Thanks again. See you next Tuesday.
That's nasty.
You managed to get...
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Speaking of failing a physics roll,
Should we pause there?
let's see if this tippy thing, if I take all the weight off one
You
side
wanna
of,
mark it.
of the seesaw. Every
for
once
you.
in a while when I've like gone by when you guys have been recording, I've like fucking lit it up. I don't know if you guys ever like noticed, but if you ever heard like that was me driving that day. Tuesday at 7:30 we get a call. I'm like,
Perfect.
oh, I know what I'm doing.